Hi, welcome to Whirl'd Farm. We're here to share with you the things we have and what we're doing out here on our farm. And yeah, just participating in the Texas Fleece and Fiber Festival 2020 from home. We don't have a great internet connection out here. We have satellite, HughesNet. Not an advertisement for HughesNet. We're not a fan, but we don't have any other choice. So I can't do it live. I'm pre-recording, but I will be standing by as our video is playing during our time slot to answer any questions you have and help you out with anything you'd like to order. So I'm Rachel, and this is Whirl'd Farm. We started out living in Austin and learning to spin wool and how to take care of sheep. We learned how to pick fleeces and just learned as much as we could and started looking for land. We knew we wanted to have sheep and a farm and a rural lifestyle, and so we found this place. We're in Milam County, and my husband and oldest son, I guess I helped, and even our 3-year-old at the time helped build that little barn over there. And we have another little shed that we built for the rams because they can't really stand to be in the same barn with the ewes without fighting each other and, you know, all the stuff silly boys do. And over here are our dogs, 3 of them anyway. Let's see if you can see them. There they are. So one of those dogs is actually supposed to be inside, the smallest one, the Australian Shepherd. He's our inside dog, and he's supposed to watch over us and around the house and keep the snakes away from the kids and stuff. And he's he's almost 1. He's 11 months old. Okay, so I'm gonna show you what we've got here. It's a little tricky. Let's see. So I have some roving here, and almost all these products are listed on our website, which is www.whirldworks.farm. So that's WHIRLDWORKS.FARM. This is Double A from our very own sheep that are out there in the pasture grazing on this drizzly little morning, and I had that processed and I dyed that, and actually this pink was the 3rd dip in a dye vat that started with this. So I made this blanket, and the fly does not come along with the blanket. This is a baby blanket. It's a shell stitch crochet. It's about a lap blanket size. It's about the size for a full-size crib, but it's square. It's not rectangular. And there's a little headband that goes with it. So the first dip in this dye bath gave me red, and this was yarn. I dyed the yarn, and it's got some color variation, which I actually like. And then the second dip gave me this kind of raspberry sherbet color, which is really pretty. And I made some slippers out of it and a headband. These slippers would fit a young woman, young girl, or a small woman. They're all 100% wool. This is all Double A from our sheep, which is a fine wool sheep. It's a cross between a Rambouillet, which is the French Merino, and the Delaine Merino. And so they are a Merino, 100%. But they're very unique. Their wool is different from them. It's most like Rambouillet, but it's just a little different, a little lighter, a little fluffier. These are some little sheep that I make. I can make any kind of dress, any dress color. This is a girl. I can make boys. The only difference between the boys and the girls is the eyelashes and the dress. And I can also make that with AA, but this is a blend. It's a wool blend with synthetic. Okay, so here's the rest of the second dip, the pink, which I have for sale. I have 6 of those. And then the third dip in that dye vat was this roving, and it's a very light pink. And it has a little bit of color variation, but it's, you know, gives interest, and I like that. Solid colors are what we go to the store for. We go for natural handmade stuff. We want something that's unique. And there's one of my other sheep. He's got overalls and a shirt on. This is a little baby hat. This is made with a merino and tussa silk blend that I bought at the Fiber and You Festival, the roving. I hand spun it. I bought that at the what was it called? The one that used to be in Bernie that this one took over, the Kid and You Festival. And so I bought that several years ago, and I spun it into this, and I've made several things with it. And the hat is one. It's got a little flower on the front. It's tricky to try to show you this stuff with my camera. So there's the flower. There we go. And it's got a scalloped edge, and it's about the right size for a baby, probably 3 to 12 months. And then here's another one of my sheep, and he likes to sit next to the drop spindles. We made a bunch of drop spindles. We have various colors. They're all the same size and shape, and they have a pretty good balance. Better than some that I've bought. So I really like the wheel, and that's why I chose the wheel, is because it's our logo, 2 W's in the wheel. Let's see. Can you see that? Okay. And so down here on the 3rd shelf, we have some wooden sheep. He's in a bag to protect his wool. It's solid wood, and we glued our wool from our sheep on the front. And there's a little tie and a little heart, sort of a country style theme item for the shelf, you know, for decoration. Here is some hand spun. This is about 317 yards and 3 ounces, and I'd like to sell this for $20. And this one is 2.5 ounces and about 310 yards, I think. I don't have these tagged yet, but so this one would be a finer. I had intended for them to be the same, but you know, I'm learning. But there's color variation in this. I had actually dyed these both pink, and they're kind of a pink and white barbed, and I just didn't know, wasn't feeling it. So I gave them a dip in blue, and so now they have some pink, some white. I tied them in several places to get, you know, some spots where the dye didn't go through, so there'd be good variation. This one has better variation. And this one's saturated more, but it kind of looks like it has purple and blue mostly. And then this is some Rambouillet. These are both AA from our sheep, the blue ones. These. And this is some Rambouillet that I bought and spun. And it's very nice. And this one is 430 yards for $30. It's 2.5 ounces. And this is 251 yards for $15.60. And then down here, let's see, I can't see what you're seeing. So we have some undyed mill spun. These are all mill spun. And then we have some dyed, the pink and the blue. The blue is mostly a French blue, but it has some color variation in it too. It could be over dyed again with more blue or something else. Your imagination is the limit. I've also made these bags, which are very strong. They're all seams are double stitched, and they have a pocket on one side. So those are really good for carrying large amounts of things that are either heavy or light. It's just a bigger bag than what you normally get, and it's really sturdy. And these are Whirl's my husband made. He wanted to do some felted jewelry and he really enjoyed making the little wool balls, and I contributed my opinion to the color combinations and stuff. And most of them are $20 for the set with earrings and a necklace. And the wool balls are, of course, 100% wool. And this one is $15. It's more colorful than the others. And there's this one that's almost black. It's like a very dark brown. It's a really pretty one. And over here we have a cowl that I made with hand spun double A from our sheep. And it is absolutely lovely. And it's small and lightweight, and it's warm for a chilly day, but it's not like hot and heavy, so it's not gonna like be too much for Texas, but it will keep you warm. And it's pretty, very pretty, and I think I have that listed for $30. Check all my prices on my website, because I'm kind of doing this off the top of my head. I might not have the prices right. I have these bibs that I made. Two have pockets. I made one for my son with a pocket, because what happens, of course, is these are water resistant material, so he's eating and things spill on it, doesn't soak through and get his clothes, and he drops a lot of food. He's 2 now. He still drops a lot of food as he's eating, and most of it falls right in this pocket and not on his clothes and not in his seat. And then I can just take this and rinse it out in the sink and hang it over the faucet to dry, and it's ready for the next meal. I really like these bibs. I made a couple without pockets just because they still have value in being waterproof. It's a laminated cotton. And let's see, we saw the blanket. Make sure you can see that well. And headband. This is newborn size headband. And the blanket, which has a little bit of a leaf on it. The blanket, it's very, very soft, and this is going to be very warm. And the reason this is so good for newborns is because it breathes, but unless they're in the wind will get them. So you need something to shield from the wind. But this insulates you. So the heat that's in your body, anytime you wear something that's crocheted and has lots of holes in it, you're thinking, well, that's not going to keep me warm. Well, it does, because it creates an insulation, so the warmth just kind of stays in there, and yet it still breathes. And this is good because it keeps you very warm, but it also keeps you from getting stuffy. And it will prevent suffocation from any kind of bedding that you use with babies, because they can breathe through it. It's not possible to suffocate on this. So there you go. It's the perfect baby blanket. And very, very soft. And over here we have a bunch of roving from Wendy. Wendy is my ewe that produces twins every year. She's great, and she has great wool. It does get a little fragile because she has twins, but it's very, very soft. And this stuff spins really nicely. Look at that. Let's see. There you go. So it spins up like this. And of course, if you want a cowl like this, I can make it any color you'd like. I can also make the cowl longer and wider, so it can be custom made. This is called a butterfly cowl. The pattern is from Crochet Crowd, which I love. I love their videos. Okay, so let me see if I can show you some of our sheep. Oh, here's our pumpkins. If you saw our latest article on our blog, you know we have lots of pumpkins right now. They're really cool colors because they're in between. They're not quite all the way done ripening. And I'm going to put my boots on so my shoes don't get all wet because it's drizzling a little bit out there. And I'm wearing my inside shoes. And on a farm, it's important to have inside shoes and outside shoes. Otherwise, your floor is constantly covered with mud and poop. So here we go. Oh, there's some dogs playing. That's Lulu. She is our newest dog. We just got her on Veterans Day, and she's doing great. And there's Daisy out there. Hi, Daisy. Hi, Daisy. Daisy is an Akbash Anatolian. She's a very good protector. We've caught her fighting with coyotes, and she always wins. Hi, Daisy. Hi, Titus. You're all muddy. You're gonna need to dry off before you go inside. Here comes the rest of the pack. Here they come. Hi. Hello. Hi, Rusty. Hi, doggies. Hi. Hi. Okay. Let's see if we can see some sheep. I saw one over here a minute ago. Let's see if she's still there. Sheep tend to move away from wherever you walk to, and you can't get close to them unless they're in a small area, which they're not right now. There they are, right there with my cow. They're actually a lot closer than they look. Okay, here we go. Let's see if I can walk backwards. There we go. My cows are out there too. That's Ada and Blaze. We have our sheep separated into 3 pastures right now. One pasture right over there is the 3rd breeding group with our little ram. Can't think of his name right now. But he was born this year. Brock. He was born this year, early this year. And he had been born with really fuzzy wool. And these are our girls that are already bred. One group was bred in October and one in September. 2 different rams. Hi, Ada. Hi. Down. There's Ada. Hi, Ada. And there's Blaze. These are my British Whites. Blaze is for sale. $7.50. Hey, boy. He's like, what? You don't want to keep me? It's best for you not to stay with your mother for too much longer, honey. Okay, so that's our farm. And on this rainy day, I can show you our chicks too. We've got some little chicks in here that we're raising up for eggs and meat, and they are a heritage breed, and they're called Lavender Orpingtons. I have a rooster that's fully grown, that he's in the garden right now, and the hen chicks are in our workshop because it's a small room and we can keep it warm. Titus, come. Don't let him in the house, but he needs to get cleaned off. Hi. Oh, well, don't let any dogs out. Okay, so the chicks are over here. I also have donkeys out there, but that would probably take too much time to get out there. I love my donkeys. They're better than horses because they don't need as much care. Here's the chicks. Hi, girls. There are 6 chicks, and they have a little swing. I made this little cage for them, and I realized I didn't put a roosting stick in it. So I made a roosting swing. It's so cute to see them when they get up on it. They like it. Hi, girls. All right, come on, Titus. And we can go see the garden now. Got 7 minutes left. Let's see. There's all our scarecrows. You'll see them as I walk by, I think. Got them hanging. And here's some of my chickens that hatched. This one I've had for 4 years. A friend gave her to us. She's a golden Wyandotte. And those other ones that are running away, there's 2 of them that are kind of brown, and, well, actually just the brown one. Well, he or she just ran away. Anyway, that one was hatched by our black hen Belle, all by herself, unassisted, in the summer, and they grow really fast. This is our pumpkin patch. It's really big, and we need to mow the grass over here. We haven't mowed it because we've been letting the pumpkin vine grow. We have a crab apple tree and a peach tree that's about to lose its leaves for the winter, and a pear tree and a plum tree. I hope I'm not making you dizzy with all my turns. Probably am. Okay, so over here in the garden, I have kale growing, a little bit of lettuce, and it's about time to harvest the celery. The celery has been growing since early spring, and it's really getting big. I'm excited about it. See that celery? It did really well. I've had celery before, but I harvest it too soon because I'm afraid it won't make it through the summer. But it did make it through the summer. There's the kale plants, which have been growing all summer. And then we have a blueberry bush and a blackberry vine. And there's our lavender rooster. Hey! Hi, Glorfindel. And we have all these tomato plants too. And they have lots of tomatoes on them. And I hope they get to ripen. Look, there's a red one. I found one. It's so much fun to grow your own food and everything. It's a lot of work though. It's a lot to keep track of. And living on a farm with different animals and children that I'm homeschooling, and fiber I want to spin, and meals I need to cook, and a house that I actually like to keep pretty clean, which I'm trying to learn not to worry about so much. But you know, I stay pretty busy, but that's a good thing. And I like it. I like it out here. It's peaceful.